Hello there, my name is Ben from ukuleleroadtrips.com. That's a classy website you should visit. And this is a tutorial for Havana, a song with I don't know, Havana. In this song we're going to take it by steps. First we're going to have a look at the chords that you need to play this song. That's very important, of course. We have to have a look at the rhythm also, and it's going to be pretty cool because in this song not only will we be learning chords that maybe you don't play too often, but that go very well for the song, but also we're going to have a look in the second part at a bit of finger picking. I don't know what finger ping is. You see, that's quite intricate, so that's for the advanced ones. But we're going to have a look at the very simple way of playing it also. First up, we need the chords. G minor, they're over here. Yes, I know you saw, I'm animating the video. G minor. So to play G minor, you need these three fingers. The middle one you put on the second fret of the second string. The fourth finger on the third fret of the third string, and here, this one, your index on the first fret. Now, to play a E flat, that's what the EB is, an E flat, you need to take your fourth finger here and put it all across the third fret, except the last string, where you just put your index in the first fret. Now you can also play it, instead of having your fourth finger all the way across it, just use these three fingers, 1, 2, 3. That way you don't need to practice how to do a barred chord with your fourth finger. You can do it both ways. I know I prefer just using my fourth finger barred across here. And then we need a D7. What's that? It's another barred chord, so that's going to take a tiny bit of practice. And what it is that you put it across the second fret here, your index finger, all across the second frets, and just your middle finger, add it just on top of your index on the last string. And that's a D7. So with these three chords, G minor, E flat, D7, you can actually play the whole song, because that's all there is in it. What's going to be quite interesting is having a look at the rhythm. So just with these three chords, you can already sing this song to your friends like this. Havana, na, na. Half of my heart is in Havana, na, 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 na. And then dance a bit, just for, if you haven't got the rhythm, at least dance. He took me back to East Atlanta, na, 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 na. Right. There's something missing, and that's the rhythm of this song. This is really where it gets interesting, because working on this, you'll be working on a typical Cuban rhythm. The Havana is the capital of Cuba, hence the Latin feel. The song has this rhythm, the tempo, I mean. And what's quite important to understand is that it goes G minor, E flat, D7. What's happening here is that G minor gets 2 beats, E flat gets 2 beats, and D7 gets 4 beats. But actually not really, because D7 lands a tiny bit before it should. That's what it gives it this Cuban feel. So G minor has actually got 2 beats, E flat 1.5, and D7 a half one plus his normal 4. So it goes like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. You can think of it like 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And the D7 lands a bit before on the and. You can practice this like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the rhythm that you need to understand, and that's very important for the whole song. For example, when you sing, he didn't woke up with that, how you doing? It's not doing, poof, it's doing. The D7 falls a bit before. He said there's a lot of girls I can do with D7 on the with, not he said there's a lot of girls I can do with. No, that's boring. That's very tasteless, awful, and bland. No, what you want to do is be exciting and play the right thing. He said there's a lot of girls I can do with, on the with. I'm doing forever in a minute, on the knit. You see, not minute, no, minute. That's very important, the D7 landing a tiny bit before. So now that we've understood the rhythm, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, D, 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 D. We need to strum it somehow. I mean, you can very well sing the whole song just with your thumb. Havana, and 1, 2, 3, 4. But a strumming, for example, that will help you have this early D7 if you're struggling a bit with feeling comfortable with playing that and singing at the same time, will be this one. You see, it's G, E, D, G minor, D flat, D7. And how that works is down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And on up you change the chord. That's the tricky bit. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If you don't do that, the Cuban feel is gone. So you really need this dum, ding, boom, 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 boom. That's the shoulder move that you see in the video that she did. What's her name? Camille Caballabo, with a special rap feature from ZXXX2 wink wink. I don't know. So just practice this and see if you can even sing with it maybe. Havana, half of my heart is in Havana, another way to do this, a slightly different way, is to actually have something more groovy with the early D7. And the way to do that is to strum downwards for the early D7. What happens is when you strum upwards for the D7, it's a bit flat, it's a bit soft. It's a bit like a cookie that's been left out for too long, and when you bite in it, there's not that crunch, that musical little punch. However, if you do it like this, by doing 2 downstrokes after another, then you do get that punch. And then you get a bah, and then it's something standing out more. And the way to do this is down, down, up, and then do a downstroke, but lifting your left finger slightly. You mute the strings as you strum them, and then you do another down strum, and that's the early D7. So G minor, E, E. Okay, so these 2 strums both work. I would suggest the second one has much more of that little step, that crunchiness of the cookie on the D7, because an upstroke will always sound a bit more flat than a downstroke, you see? You can't really be as aggressive or as incisive with an upstroke as you can with a downstroke. So that's why I'd recommend to do that. But really, if you get the rhythm, either's fine. And then you can, you know, experiment, see what suits you best. And of course, if you sing the whole song on the ukulele, you can't just strum the same thing all the time, or it's going to be very, very boring. You need to make things interesting by strumming a bit like this, and then all of a sudden having a calm bit, and then back to the chorus. suggest. So as I mentioned, the really good thing about this song is that G minor, E flat, D7, D7 twice. This chord structure is played throughout the whole song. So really, once you've mastered that, then you can just play that and sing on top of it, wherever you are. So now we're going to have a look at something to work on G minor, E flat, D7. We're going to do a little bit of picking, because that way your ukulele can make it sound even more like the song. And that's by doing this little demo. You can even sing with that if you want. Havana, ooh, na, na. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, na, na. He took me back to East Atlanta, na, na, na. All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manners. Havana, ooh, na, da, ba, da, bidi, 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 pow. The way to do this particular strumming, and this is the most interesting part for all you medium to quite advanced and smart ukulele players here. So the way that this works out, I'll play it quite slowly for you. So you pluck first the third string on the G minor. Basically, you just take the normal chord patterns, the normal chords that we've had a look at already, and then it's just a matter of plucking different strings from that chord. So first on G minor, third string, last string, second string, and then E flat, twice the second string, then the chord, and then second string early on the D7. And D7, it's pluck the second string, the third string, and then 1 and 4 together. So it's... And then you can play second string, all still on the D7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6th fret, 5th fret. And that's, so second fret of the second string, and 6, 5 on the last string. With this lesson, with this tutorial, there is a PDF that you can download in the description, and in this one you get all the chords, all the strumming, and of course also this particular riff as a tab inside it. So 2, 6, 5, and sped up, it goes like this. Now there's just a little bit I wanted to have a look at, and that's the pre-chorus. It's when she says, "You got me feeling like ooh, I know him when I met him." What you're actually singing here is on a D7. "He got me feeling like..." And the note that you're singing, if you have trouble finding it, it's normal. It's because it's not a note that's in the chord. It's not a F sharp, like what we're playing here. It's an F not sharp, a normal F. So you in order to find the note you're supposed to sing just at that moment, "You got me feeling like ooh, wow, so high." I'll do it lower. "You got me feeling like ooh, I knew him when I met him." See, it's the same note here again. "I knew him when I met him." It gives this great tension, because you're singing a note that's not in the chord, but right next to a note that you are playing in the chord. Basically, you're playing this note, normal F, singing this note. "You knew him when I met him." And so if you're struggling with finding this note, just play this note, da, 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 and then play D7, and then sing that note, da, da, da. "He got me feeling like ooh, I knew it when I met him. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it when I met him. Oh, I smelt it when I smelled him. Na 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 na." Hey, thank you very much for following this tutorial. This about wraps it up, I would say. There's also a cover of this song that I did on my channel, which you can check out. And of course, the PDF, which you can download through my Patreon. Not only you're getting great lessons, but then you're also supporting this channel so that I can do more of this. You would be quite the hero, and or you are quite the hero. I mean, that's also quite possible. And feel free to check out also ukuleleroadtrips.com. That's something quite different to this Caballero song. It's an adventure with ukuleles, with these ukuleles actually, the cloud music ukuleles, as I was going north. And through the world, you can check it out and travel with me through music and song, and things like this. A bit like how Camille, what's her name, Caballero, travels to Cuba through this song, although she's, I think, from the lyrics I've understood, from Atlanta, not Havana. Don't smoke too many cigars, and see you next time. Remember to subscribe, it's free. Bye bye!